Let me pull back. I'm getting old. After a month of not being here, I have some. I came up with a nice video. So I'm going to tell you some general stuff that you might already know, or some of you might not know already, and then I'm going to give you my personal tips that I think helped me into getting it pretty quickly, and speed up the application and getting it pretty quickly. So it took me approximately 5 to 6 months to get it, which is the approximate amount of time. It can be less as well. So I got my PNP nomination in November, and from then to November, December I don't really count December because everyone is busy, so November, December, January, February, so approximately like, well, say 3 months. So how did that happen? So first of all, before you apply for all these things, make sure that you are eligible. What I mean by eligible, don't try to play it on the fence, play it safe, because so many people try to be like, I'll just have 1 year of school and then I'll work just for 1 year, and then like it's just like try to throw a Hail Mary, and just no, like don't leave any room for any luck. Like luck's gonna happen because you create your own luck, but don't leave any room to that because it's so stressful. So before I applied, I made sure that my experience was going to match what they needed. And the way I function, I always look at things from the big perspective, and then I narrow it down into the small one. So I knew that I needed experience, so I looked at what I had because I'm in the tech industry, but the tech didn't work because I was there for less than a year. From back in my country, I had 2 years of experience as an administrative assistant and the personal assistant of the director as well. So I asked them to send me the paper. So they sent me the paper, they sent me my contract, all the kind of duties that I do. I think they sent me a reference letter as well. So this is proof, and they have that. I've put the email address of my employer, so I made sure in this part it is covered. Now, next part would probably be financial. So what it says is that if ever you have a full-time permanent job, you're good. Otherwise, you need 1 year of living expenses, which was 12. Now it bumped up to 13 or 15. Again, I didn't let that happen. So I indeed got a job, a full-time permanent job. But even though I had that, I also saved up money. So before I apply, I made sure I have money more than 15,000, because like I say, don't go just for the edge, just do that extra mile. So I did that. The last thing was the third thing was that when I did my application, you need to think that it's a person who's going to actually process it. It's not a computer or whatever, it's actual individual. So if you make their work easier, they are more likely, because they're doing that like all day. If you were doing paperwork, you would probably feel the same way. So whenever they get an application which is easy, they're more likely to let it go. What I mean by easy, for example, you have several things that you need to put in it. You need to put your address, and God, you know that I've moved a lot, so I put everything in a chronological order so that they don't have to be like, oh, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2023. No, I put everything in a chronological order. I tried to make their work easier, and by helping them making their work easier, my application will go very fast. And then after that, I made sure that everything was in one go so that they don't have to do back and forth, because if they do back and forth, it's going to take time, from like 1 or 2 business days to reply to your email, to you getting the paperwork. So I made sure all the paperwork was there. I made sure the money was there. I made sure that I took my pictures. I took my test. Take your test before you do your application. Make sure everything is covered. My test was already done. I already got my results. My test was done. I paid for my passport. Not for my passport, for my application and my PR card already in advance. So I did everything. So whenever I got it, it took, if you take a look at it from the PNP to when I got it, it would be like 6 months. But if you don't count December and you count the actual time where I did the application, like after getting the PNP, it took like 2 months. And this is how like quickly it can be. But the more you sit on the fence, the more like it's going to take them time to think, to discuss, to deliberate on your case. But if you just have everything, like there's no room, like you should not leave any room for like question, to be like, oh, can I? No. Document done, test done, paid, everything done. They don't have to come they come to you, they don't have to ask for anything, they just have to process it, and voila. So the way I say it, it sounds like crystal clear, like simple, and the way things have been, I think, has been working pretty well for me. But I do remember I was very stressed during that process, and if ever I missed something, please let me know and leave a comment down below, because it's pretty fresh, it's pretty new. I probably remember some stuff, so if you ask me, I would be able to answer that. But again, I'll try to maybe like document my process and do like mini videos, but for now, as an overview, this is what tips and tricks I had that worked for me, and that I think it's pretty logical as well. So I thought of like giving like a general hindsight view, especially after not being here for a month. But if there's something specific that you want to know, just please drop a comment down below. I have a very good friend who's an immigration counselor as well. I can always put you guys in touch. But that being said, thank you so much for being patient with me, and I'll see you in the next one.